Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ike Wilson, and I'm back with another video. Today, I want to talk about how your family and friends, why they are not your audience. And it's clear, most of your family friends is not your audience because, first and foremost, they know who you are. So the people that know who you are, that you would expect to be the ones to pay attention to you first, they're not your audience. They know you. So they're looking at it as like, I remember this guy was doing this, he was trying that, he was trying this. You're doing. Because at the end of the day, your family and friends could care less for the most part. They're living their lives. They're taking care of their business. They're taking care of their family and the responsibilities and the things that they have. Most of the time when your family members see you do some things, they know like, okay, I know that this is something that he's doing or she's doing, but they don't really pay attention to you because at the end of the day, they're doing their own thing. And they're not your target tribe. They're not your target audience. Most people that know you, they're not into your content. So I don't care if you're a musician, a producer, a content creator, you're a designer, you're artist, whatever it is on the creative side. Most people, they're not into your thing. That's not their thing. That's what you're doing. So you can expect somebody to just pay attention to you because you feel as though what you're doing is important. What you're doing is important to you, not to them. So stop expecting, like real shit, stop expecting your family and friends to pay attention to what you're doing because they don't really care in the beginning while you're building it up. See, when you're building something, they're not going to really pay attention to you, so to speak, right at that moment. Now, out of everybody, there's going to be at least one person who's rooting for you. There's going to be at least one person who has confidence in what you're doing. There's going to be at least one person that understands what you're doing within your friends and family, like your initial circle. But most of your tribe are going to be people that you never heard of, that never met you, that know you now, that see what you're doing today. They weren't there when you started your shit that you was doing, over 20 years. They don't care about that. They're not looking at it from a biased standpoint. See, because a lot of times it's they're biased based on what they remember you as. Again, most people, let's just say you were a troublemaker back in the day, or you're a ladies' man, or you just wild, promiscuous, whatever somebody wants to say or label somebody as. They'll remember that you, as opposed to the new you and what you're doing now. They're not looking at it as you may have learned some things and crafted some skills and sharpened your communication and your business skills and your money making skills and earning income and your yearly income is increased and so many things. Your network is vast, got resources. Most people don't see it as what you're doing now. They remember you as what they remember you as. So it's kind of like asking them to pay attention to you. You'll be asking them to pay attention when everybody else begins to pay attention. When everybody else shows you what they think you are, that's when your family and friends, people who you think initially should have paid attention to you, that's when they'll pay attention. In the beginning, I think that you need to just go ahead and make it happen. Stop crying about it. Stop complaining about it. Just do what you got to do. Because keep this in mind. They love you, but they don't love your niche. They love you, but they don't love your niche. They like they probably like what you're doing, but they're not necessarily interested in what you're doing. And once you understand that, and once you actually accept that, it doesn't even matter what they think at that point. You see what I'm saying? That shit don't even matter what these people have to say about what you're doing. See, because there's going to be a lot of ideas that you have that doesn't make it to the forefront. I've tried so many different things over the years that I made some money in, that I lost money in, that I gave up on, that I tried and I said I like it, but I'll probably revert back to this later on when I got a little bit more money. You know, I tried the stocks, the binary options, the forex, all that kind of stuff. And when I was telling people, yo, I'm getting in this, getting that, some people understood it, but most people didn't. And I realized over the years, as I was learning different skills and of business and real estate and all of these different things that I learned over the years, is that really a lot of the moves that I need to make, I just need to keep to myself. Because I realized early in the process, most of your people that you think should be paying attention don't really care at that moment. So the reality is stop asking them to pay attention. Go put some work in. Go find your audience. Go find the people that want to pay attention to you. That that knows your quality, your skills, your mindset. That's passionate about some of the similar things that you're passionate about. I talk about this stuff every day with a lot of different people. Again, for those that, because most of the people that's getting this content don't know me. So I've been in the behavioral health and mental health industry as a direct care staff for 20 years. So I've worked directly with a lot of different behavioral people with different behavioral patterns and psychological impairments and things of that sort, disabilities, so to speak. And in 20 years, I learned a lot about people. I paid attention to these individuals. I asked them questions. And most of the time, most of these people just wanted attention from their mothers, their fathers, the adults in their community, the people that took care of them and supposed to love them. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that comes from our childhood want for attention. When we look for the people in our family to be supportive in a way of that we think they should be supportive. Do that make sense? We think that our family should be supportive because they're our family. We don't, as a creator, all we know is I can produce, I can create. And why is it that my family is not into what I'm doing? Well, the reality is your family can care less about what you're doing. It's about you developing yourself, becoming stronger, becoming more efficient. If you're already an independent person, a self-starter, motivated, if you're gonna have doubt. And quite frankly, along the way, as you have these ideas, just like people gonna doubt you, you're gonna doubt yourself. You're going to have mistake after mistake after mistake after problem, but you have to create solutions along the way. So as many hits as you may take, you got to still stay on track, stay forward, stay built in what it is that you're doing, because the family and the friends that you think in your mind that should be supporting you is not going to be there in the beginning. They're not going to pay attention to you until other people are paying attention to you. You see what I mean? So instead of complaining, instead of sitting back, crying about it, man, nobody pays attention, nobody's listening to me. Yes, people are listening to you. Most of the people that you think not listening to you are the ones that's paying attention. See, because a lot of times we spend too much time looking for who's paying attention to us in our immediate circle, when they're not going to be the people paying attention to you. They are not going to be the people paying attention to what you got going on in the beginning of the process in your career. I don't care if it's a trade or anything. Most people pay attention when you have some traction, when you have some movement. This is why let's just say you try to go get a resource in some areas. You'll say, all right, well, I need this, I need that. I know the person that does it. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're not doing anything, it's no reason for me to open my Rolodex and give you all of my resources when I need you to have already done something. Have some skin in the game, so to speak. You've done a little bit. You've set some shit up, and it's like, all right, okay, so-and-so is ready for the level that they're coming to me on. I see that this person is actually ready for this. So let me help them. You know, the reality is you got to rely on yourself. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't worry about your family and friends. Don't even focus on them in the beginning. If somebody in your family or friends or your main circle, your circle of influence wants to help you, cool. If they want to be supportive, that's great. That's even a plus. That's a bonus. Don't look for them to be the initial investors. Don't look for them to be the initial people to pay attention to you, because they're not going to be the ones. It's going to be um the people, again, the tribe that's passionate about what you're passionate about, who agrees with your point of view, who understands what you're saying. Your audience is people that you talk to that you won't even realize that agrees to your perspectives, because it's about your perspective and somebody else's perspective. Do they agree with you? And most of the time you're going to have people agreeing with you. While you think that your family and friends should be the ones who pay attention to what you're saying, it's going to be people who agree with what you're saying and willing to come back and get more content, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's video content or production content, whatever it is that you're developing, building, mass media outlets, companies, different brands, different this and that, marketing strategies, advertisements. If you have developed something, more people will come to you. You got to build a reputation for yourself. Once you build a reputation for yourself, then you'll have family, friends, everybody coming to you, asking you questions, trying to get some advice. Of course, they're not going to be the ones in the beginning to be uh, supportive, so to speak. They may buy your book, they may buy your shirt, they may buy your hat. You know, you print some stuff up for your merch and you local and you trying to make it happen. And that's most of us. I'm that person. I'm that person that I'm talking about. The one who was, I want to make this, I want to make that, I want to, I could make t-shirts, I could design, I could do this. You know what? If I'm a brand development guy. I'm one of those people, one of those guys that I can bring an idea from a paper to an actual concept, from shirts to hats to merch to commercial to ads, whatever it is, posters, flyers, stickers. I'm one of those people that's like, I'm like a brand specialist, but that's just something I learned over the years. That's just naturally because I'm a creative person. So again, as time went on, me in my journey, I had to realize that I can't rely on my family to be supportive. I can't rely on them to be the people that is going to be supportive and also helping me along the way. I can't rely on that. I got to go out there and make it happen. I got to go out there and meet the people. I got to go out there and shake hands and kiss babies, so to speak. I got to be the one to rely on me. You got to do the same thing for you. You can't sit back and try to think that it has to be somebody else to help you with shit. That's not how it go. Nobody has to help you with anything. Nobody has to support you and your idea with anything that you're doing, because it's your idea. Once you accept that, you no longer have these states of doubt. Do what you're doing. Don't worry about nobody else in your circle being supportive of what you're doing. So what if they're not? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Think about what you're doing. Stand on it, build on it, stand true to it, and just start making stuff happen. Don't worry about your family and your early support system, your early circle, the people, the circle of development that you grew up with. Don't worry about none of them when you're trying to establish what you're doing. Once it's established, you can then reach back and try to help some people. If these people aren't ready, you just keep moving forward and making it happen for yourself. And then again, you want to reach back again to help some more people. Those that's ready will come in. But the reality is, your idea is your idea. Nobody else can see and visualize your idea better than you. So when you bring it to people, don't expect for them to agree with you. Don't expect them to go along with your ideas. Don't expect for them to even like what you're telling them, because it might not be their level of interest. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Have a good day, y'all. It's Ike Wilson. Comment leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think that your family should be there, your family and friends should be supportive, or do you feel like you can just go ahead and make it happen, and then there are people gonna like you along the way? Answer below. Let me know what y'all think. It's Ike Wilson. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.